been trying to get like a timer before the videos. And I think a couple of reasons that I really want to do that is because I really like when you join a video and you can, start commenting and start like connecting with other people in the chat. And I really like that. I like going to a video and being able to be like, "Hi, hey, what's going on?" and get to do that before a video. So I think I have it all set up in OBS Studios, but I'm having a hard time understanding how to transition from like the countdown and everything to like going live. And I do this on my phone, but in OBS Studios, you have to do it on the computer. So I'm going to wait till I get the microphone and I'm going to be kind of playing around with it to do the countdown before the videos. I'm going to be playing around with it. So if you guys see a bunch of weird stuff going on, that's kind of why is I'm trying to figure out how to switch things and do all that. So I'm gonna let people load in here. Another reason why I want to do the countdown and the screen before is so that I don't go live and then 10 minutes later people are notified. I just think it's really helpful. So yeah, if you are here, if you want to say hi, as we wait for people to come in. I feel a little loopy today. Not a crying mess, blubbering mess, but loopy. Hi, Waves, how are you? And I'm doing the headphones because I think it's a little bit easier for people to hear me clearer. Some people they didn't mind, but I know there's a couple people who had a harder time hearing. Hi, Donna Marie. I feel really worn out and tired today, but my body is not feeling as uncomfortable as it has been the last couple of days, so I'm really thankful for that. But I feel like I'm moving really slow. I'm talking slow, I'm moving slow, but all in all, I think I'm headed the right direction. I feel like panic tries to set in sometimes and I try to just take a breath. How are you guys feeling? Donna Marie and Waves, how are you guys feeling today? I hope you guys can hear me okay. I hope you don't hear the fan upstairs. I'm spraying my son's wood shelf that I put in his bathroom, and I just sprayed it with like a sealant. So I left that running because you know, when you use that spray, it's just really intense. Thank you. Yeah, it's so up and down. I feel like this journey is really up and down. And, you know, if I lived alone and I had a good bank account and all that, like I would be able to lay around and just do whatever, but have to function somewhat. Lots of GI symptoms. Oh no. Honestly, I'll take the GI symptoms over like, for me, the the brain where, you move slow, you talk slow, you can't articulate stuff, that's so hard. Hi, Tara. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Hopefully your GI symptoms will start to subside, Donna Marie. That's never good. Waves, how are you doing today? I feel like extremely tired. I'm sleeping though, but I feel like that agitation and try to like roll over, try to get comfortable and all that stuff. So I finally got comfortable from like 3 o'clock to 6:45 and had to get up to take my son to school at like 7 something, 7:10 something. And I was just like, I finally got comfortable. Finally, my body wasn't all tingly and that internal agitation or whatever it is. So I guess we just have to do whatever we have to figure out ways to sorry. We have to figure out ways to get as comfortable as we can. You're doing okay hanging in there. What kind of symptoms are you having right now, Tara? I I'm telling you, if life could be for the next 6 months, if life could be like watching TV, hanging out, no like not a care in the world, no stress, none of that, it would just be so much easier. I think of just because life doesn't stop, it's, it can be really overwhelming at times, day to day. Yeah. And Donna Marie, how long have you been off? I don't remember if you were tapering or if you were completely off. Not much changes here, and living alone, it's not all it's cracked up to be when functioning is so low. Grass is always greener, etc. Absolutely, I completely agree. I feel like having my kids around is helpful, and absolutely my husband, he's a lifesaver. I just I feel the need to be present, and like last night, my son, he's just like the sweetest guy ever. Um, he's 11 and he is like, "I'm gonna brush your hair and I'm gonna rub your back," and it helps you, and it's just like the sweetest thing ever, and, like, I let him stay up a little past his bedtime last night, we did, and I was just cuddling him, and that really, really, really helps, or, like, my husband, I'll just, like, cling to him and lay with him. So I definitely feel like grass is greener on the other side. I just like, there are times where I just feel like I can't be around anyone, but I feel bad going up to the room because I it just weighs on your mind, I guess. Um, so waves, if you live alone, how are you if you don't wanna answer this, it's totally, totally fine. How do you pay bills and, groceries and all that if you live alone? Or are you somewhat functional where you're able to work and do that kinda stuff? Just really, really curious of people that live alone, how they're getting by. Because where I'm not working and I'm home, I have my groceries delivered, my husband makes the money and helps with the kids tremendously, so I can just be a log on the whatever what is that saying? A lump on the log or something? Hello, Kamlesh Patel? What's up? You're still tapering, Donna Marie? I'm sorry, I kinda confuse certain people, so Donna Marie, what dose did you start at and what are you at now? I'm really trying to put people's situation with their names so I feel, um, more connected, I guess, and, like, I know what everybody's dealing with. Diazepam. Yeah. Muscles in abdominal abdominal dude, see, my brain can't say the word or concentrate. Tight diaphragm, abdominal. Tight pelvic muscles tight, causing me to breathe funky. Oh, Tara. How was your head? How was your guys' head and your concentration and just all of that good stuff? Lots of pain. You're still getting a lot of pain, Tara. I know people says it's gonna end. It's gonna end. It's easy to get caught into the misery and feel like like, when is it gonna end? You just get kinda sucked into that misery, and I really try not to, but it's easy to get sucked into it. Too hard to answer now, to wake and realize I've lost everything and everyone is devastating with severe symptoms on top. Oh, I'm so sorry, Waves. I'm so sorry. Yeah, don't answer anything. Just, lay there and wow. I was on clozapam, then changed to diazepam 10 milligrams. So Donna Marie, are you at 10 milligrams now, or that was your like starter dose? And what are you at now if you've come off of 10, like come down from 10? My head is like what you describe. Yeah, like that slow-mo, everything's in slow-mo. Um, yeah, it's so hard to describe all of the feelings, but that's why I love being here because I know that I don't really have to describe all the feelings because we're kind of all feeling the same thing. Waves, you will get better. I just wish we could speed this up a little bit. Yes, and I will go down to 8. Okay, so did you just start your journey? So you went from 10 and you are going down to 8 now? Then slowly taper till I stabilize. That's really good. It's really good that you're not putting a time frame on it. You're saying, I'm gonna taper until I feel good. I'm gonna stay. I'm good. And that's the best way of doing it is just listen to your body. Not be in a hurry and just go down and make sure your brain can handle it as you go down. Hi, Sydney Martin. I hope you guys are doing a little bit better. I mean, just even a tad bit better. Everything is just slow-mo, so I'm just kind of like not in any hurry to be quick like I think I usually am. I'm a little bit more like talk really fast maybe. I haven't had an appetite in the past 3 days, and I thought that was kind of over and done with, but apparently certain symptoms want to make a another appearance. Still tapering from my Xanax. So Sydney, what were you on? What was your like starter dose, and what are you down to now? But I feel like I like the nighttime the best because that's when I feel like I can relax a little more. I think when the sun goes down and everybody's home from work and school and everybody's showered and everything's done and I feel like I can take a deep breath and just try to enjoy it. Help my hamster ate my what? Your hamster ate your dog? That's got to be a joke. Aaron, I used to clear my throat all the time, like you're doing. I think that's a symptom. Vagus nerve. Isn't that weird? Like I heard somebody say that like they had like a raspy voice after and like they felt like they had something in and I'm like, yeah, I had that. I mean, I was sick, but like that voice where it's just not come back and then you do feel like you have to clear your throat. I think you're absolutely right. Even when you don't realize it's a symptom, it's crazy that other people have that and okay. Yes, I feel the same. I don't do well in the morning. Yes. I wonder if it's that we're looking at the whole day. Um, I feel like I'm most stressed out in the morning because I look at my whole day and I look at all the stuff I do and then I feel the worst, which I would think I'd feel better in the morning than at night, but I don't. And I hear that from so many people that the mornings are the hardest. They definitely are the hardest for me too. 3 milligrams daily, only down to 2 milligrams daily, taking zero point 0.5 milligrams 4 times daily. Sydney, that's progress. From 3 milligrams to 2 milligrams, that's huge. And how are you feeling with that? Because if you feel pretty good, then you're tapering excellent. Thanks for all your help. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for your guys' help. I'm so glad. I'm really, really so glad. Even when I don't want to get on here, even when I don't want to get on here, it helps pull me out of my funk because I have been feeling pretty dark. Um, I guess depression goes with this because it's your brain and feeling pretty dark. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. Yes, then I got like a ball feeling in my throat. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely how I'm feeling. I guess we got some of the same symptoms. Yeah, anticipation. Yes, Donna Marie, I completely agree. It's the anticipation of the day. My husband always tells me don't anticipate, but when you feel so up and down, it's hard to not anticipate. I just don't know what to taper down to now. I've been at this milligram for 6 weeks. Um, well, I'm gonna say I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. YouTube, it's not. Um, I followed Benzo Brains, and she's really knowledgeable. She does like the liquid titrate or the dry cuts. And the liquid titrate is you get a mason jar, and I actually have some of them. And I got mine at Walmart. It has like 3 milligrams, 2 milligrams. It goes all the way up the mason jar. You put 3 milligrams of water. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys because I did this at the beginning. It didn't work super well for me. Okay, I ordered these off of Amazon. So the dry tapers, you can use a scale, and I have a scale. I did that too. All right. All right. So here is, I got this at Walmart. You have 200 milligrams, 300, 4, 5, 6. You want to do always 300. It looks like a lot. So it's not exact, but you want to fill it up exactly to the 300 milligram. Okay. Then you drop your pill in. I don't like that. Some people, they disintegrate it with vodka. I think that that's absolutely not something that I wanted to do. So I would drop my pill in, shake it up really well. And then the first day you remove, oh, of course. Oh my gosh. See, hand-eye coordination is not very good. Okay, so the first day you remove 1 milliliter of water and then you drink all that. The trick is when you drink it all, there's some residue on the sides. So put a little extra water and then drink that. Okay. So then the next day, 300 milliliters, dissolve your medicine. And this time you're going to take out 2 milliliters. Drink it, put extra water and drink it. And it slowly removes 1 milliliter of the water in the medicine. And it help for a lot of people, it works wonders. For personal promises, poet, Um, it worked amazing. And then for the dry cuts, you can get a scale off of Amazon. And with this, I would take a file and just like literally like um one pass. That's what it is. One pass. I would just go whoop, off of the pill and then weigh it. It would take the smallest little bit off of the pill each day, and that probably I would do that probably like every other day. um, the water taper did not work well for me. It made me feel like I was in complete withdrawal right away, but I do know a lot of people it worked really well for. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the comments after doing that. But I am going to say I'm not a doctor, not medical advice, because I know YouTube is really strict about that. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the comments. But I did a lot of research because I was really scared. So I try to really, really read up on it. Okay, okay, so I've been doing this, I'm at 6 weeks. Trustin, I do not have ringing in my ear. I had like a buzzing in my ear at the beginning, but I don't have that anymore. Hoping you feel better, Sydney. The limb jerks suck. It did get it got a lot better quicker. Okay, so Donna Marie, that was my question for Benzo Brains. I would definitely go check her out. She's really good. So, um, I said, does it always have to be 300? Because I was like, if I did 150 milliliters, I have to drink less water. But she said no, because if you do 150 milliliters, you're taking out a lot more of the medicine. So if you do it at 300 milliliters, you're taking out, like if you were to dry cut, you're taking off just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit each time. I know it's a lot of water, but if you start with 300 and you take out 1 milliliter each day, 2 the next, 3 the next, 4 the next, you're removing such little amounts of the medicine that the chances that you're going to hit complete withdrawal are really slim. And if you start to feel really shitty, you can every day take out like, so say you're on 6 milliliters, the next day you can take out six and then six, and you can just hold there. And it's less scary because the water is doing most of the work. So yeah, I would definitely stay with 300 milliliters. If you do less water, you're just going to remove more of that pill than a tiny bit each day. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my hair is starting to get longer. I cut it to here based on the picture, and it was just way too short. So I'm trying to. I can't even say your name. LCDEBDK. Hello, hello. Um, does that help with withdrawal? So from the liquid taper, I have had people say that they didn't have any withdrawal or very, very minimal side effects. But everybody's different because it didn't work for me. So I had to go to the dry cuts. But I ended up going to rehab and didn't get to really do much of it. But I do talk about that, the rehab thing. So try the water taper. That way you're moving such little amounts and see how that works with you. Hello, you know. Hello, hello. Thank you for showing me your career taper. And they say cut. And they say cut. Yeah. If you guys have any other questions about the water taper, feel free to put it in here because I had a lot of questions at the beginning too. Water taper and dry cuts. Yeah, so the water taper, um, I really wanted to try first just because there was less to it. There was put water, put the pill, and then take out so much. The dry cuts were a little bit more, they were harder because I have to weigh it and you had to be like really, really careful. But the dry cuts that worked better for my body than the liquid. You're welcome, Donna Marie. I hope that works. I hope that's less risky because you don't have to make big cuts. There's a man on beating benzos on Facebook. He's developed individual taper plans for years. David Jones. His wife went through withdrawals. Oh, I'm gonna look him up. I think that's fantastic. That's really good that somebody is actually trying to customize and help people with the withdrawals. Like I was looking for that. My best friend of 20 years, she is a anesthesiology nurse now. Um, so she's had like 6 years of intense school. She had to become an RN and then anesthesiology nurse. So she got hooked on after a procedure. She had morphine. It was only like a month or whatever, but morphine. So she had a taper. So I was like picking her mind. How did you do it? And she was trying to tell me the dry cuts, but I just wasn't, it was a little too all over the place. So the fact that David Jones from Facebook, it's awesome that he actually will work with people and help them. That's fantastic. Hello, Tim. Hello, hello. Thank you, Waves. I'll look into it. Yeah, that's fantastic. I kind of feel like when I was going through it, I really wanted somebody to hold my hand. I think that the fear of it. Hello, Faith. Good to see you. Good to see you. I think the fear of starting to taper can can be crippling. So if I had somebody hold my hand and kind of like guide me through it, it would help a lot. Can I hold your hand? I don't really know if you mean that as like a friend. Um, so I've been married for I've been with my husband for almost 19 years. So I'm pretty much invested at this point, you know. Oh, it's good to see you. I'm so glad that you guys are all on here. Yeah. Because in a weird way, misery loves company, right, Donna Marie? So like if you're feeling awful, you want some like validation or some um you want to feel okay, you want to feel validated, you want to feel like you're not just being lazy. Like that's me. Even though I know that's not the case. Oh, okay, Tim, absolutely. Um, hold on to what you find that works. So your animal, your kids, your spouse, your um hopefully you have if you live alone, hopefully you have family or friends or that one thing, like that one thing can make a big difference. I found when I feel the most miserable, I want my husband near me. So you just have to find what really works for you. Laugh out loud. Yes, especially our misery. I completely agree. Completely agree. Validation is such a huge thing. I have spent a lot of my life with none of that, and it's really messed me up. I really hope that you don't have to spend the rest of your life without that faith. I hope that you do find that validation. I was talking to my therapist because, I've seen her since I had the surrogate baby and ever since this whole mess started with the benzos and all of that. And and I just told her like I can't travel because I can't equalize my ears. I can't there's so many things that I feel like I can't do, and it really can make me feel crippled. And she's like, "Yeah, well," she didn't say, "Yeah, well," but she was saying that you bring to your family something that nobody else can. Whether you can do whether you can if you can be 100%, you know, not everybody's at 100% all the time. And it did bring that comfort that even if I can't do things and I do feel like a burden, I'm still here to be with them. Misery loves company. Perfect analogy. Yeah, it definitely does love the company. I never knew misery like this existed. Right. Have you guys ever had like where your whole body, the past 2 days, my body was tingling, it felt burny, needles, and I just was like, ah, like I had to just scream because it was so intense. And it's that built up um, panic, pain, whatever you're feeling. And it's not even like you can run away from it. Even laying down doesn't help. Like laying down, I just get more in my head. I agree with you, Tara. Has anybody seen Mary or JR? I saw Mary last time, but I haven't seen JR. I'm wondering how he's doing. Like he's been on my mind a lot. Here's a great outlet. Here's a great outlet because non-inflicting people say things like, get yourself together, you got this. And it enrages me to death. Absolutely. Um, you're absolutely correct. I feel like people can't possibly understand what this is like if you've never gone through it. So I hope that building this community for sure gives everybody a little bit of comfort and hope. I've been single forever and I'm trying to break that. Are you are you going through withdrawal, Tim? Y- agree. I'm on Librium and Suboxone. Okay. Oh, Tank. Hi, Tank. I'm on Librium and Suboxone. Taking Suboxone. I heard Suboxone was awful to get off of. And having anxiety. It's tough to get treatment for my anxiety. My sub doctor has set me up to meet with mental health so they can help me. That's good. Let me know what happens with that, Tank. I I definitely heard Suboxone was one of the worst ones to come off of, so be careful. Anna, Ania. I'm sorry, I'm terrible, terrible with names, guys. I love your necklace. Honestly, praying is what helps me a lot. This is horrifying. I struggle to shower and feel like my body is shut down. I'm unbearable fatigue, want to scream. Yes, that I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much. A little story behind this. So, this is actually pasta. Um, I told my dad, who was a lifelong Catholic, and my mom was a lifelong Christian, and my dad went to be a Christian. I told him that I was getting baptized. I think it was like a year ago, and I don't have any family that lives in my state, but they live all on the next state over. So my my sister, my brother-in-law, my nephew, my dad, and my stepmom came over, and they were there for my baptism. And he got me this, him and my stepmom got me this necklace, and it's made out of pasta. So I never take it off because it just means the world to me. So I've always been Christian, but um, not how I want to be until a couple years ago. I would think that when the whole COVID thing happened, I really started paying attention to stuff, and I'm really big on like end times. I know a lot of people think it's controversial or whatever, but it's in the Bible. I'm really big on it. Um, I'm very intrigued by it and very excited by it. So I definitely am so much more in my faith than I have ever been. In my 20s, um, I would say I was Christian, but I really wasn't walking the walk. I wasn't doing anything that I needed to be doing. So I am now for the past, I'm gonna say like 5 years. Thank you for saying that because this does mean a lot to me. I never take it off. Never, never, never. It was the cutest thing that my dad pulled out and told me the backstory behind it, which was super cute. Pacing is getting better. Do you pace at night or do you just pace like during the day? People don't understand. They have no idea. The nightmares and the anxiety are horrible when I try to stop. Um, I'm actually not having nightmares. I'm sorry you are. I was having like a lot of sleepless nights, but I didn't get the nightmares. I just had like really bad insomnia. And I'm so sorry about the anxiety. Anxiety is terrible. Are you still on it, Tank? I think you said you were still on it, right? Said, I used to get impeding doom for no reason. They call it free floating anxiety. Unless OFC, it's general panic about the withdrawal longevity. Oh, I think, yeah, I get those. I have to just sit in it while it passes, but I get that like I can't do this another second, and then I just have to sit in it because I feel like frantic. And it I just have to sit in it. But it sucks so bad when I feel like I can't do another moment of it, and then I just feel such panic. But yeah, the length of it for sure. I've noticed a new symptom lately. My toes on both feet are kind of numb feeling. I have that throughout my whole body right now. Tara, I'm sorry. It's crazy what our bodies can go through. I hope that numb feeling goes away. That's not good at all. If you are on Suboxone, please, please do not use anything on top of it. Yeah, I don't even know enough about that. I did set up my OBS, guys, which is like an OBS app. It's got a timer. It's got like something, and the reason why I'm trying to do that is because I like when people come in and then they can start talking. I set my timer for an hour, so at 11 it'll start, and then you guys can come in and start talking, and it's really really nice. I like when I get to come on to certain channels and everything's open. I'm just trying to figure out how to transition from that to going live. Like if it's a button you click when the countdown goes to 0. So I'm trying to figure that out because there's a lot of things that are really good about it that I really like. And that's just giving people a chance to come in and talk in the chat. And and I think that that's really really nice when you want to connect with people in the chat. Oh, and being a guy is forward upon talking about anxiety. Yeah. JR is not doing well at all. Wow. Is he still fighting? I hope he's still fighting. Thanks for sharing. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've been wondering about JR. Yeah. I know he had it just terrible. 24/7. Yep. Who is JR? When was he on here? So JR, he was one of the first people that came to my lives, and he was on Benzo. He was on for 15 days. I think it was either 1 milligram or 2 milligrams for 15 days. And he's 6 months out, maybe 7 months at this point, and he's still terrible, terrible. And he hasn't been on here, so I hear stories like that, and it just tugs at my heart. 15 days he was on it. My dad passed away on the 14th of August, 2014. I'm sorry, Tim. It's never easy when you lose someone. Never easy. Says, yeah, like imprisoned within ourselves. That's what it feels like. Sorry, Tim. I know 10 years changes nothing. Condolences. Wowzers. Yeah. Yeah, I know time doesn't change anything. There's so many. It might make it to where you don't cry every single day, but it doesn't. It never gets better. I'm considering an inpatient for eating disorder. It's so hard to function. I thought I was struggling than this. Do you mean stronger than this? Or you're struggling? Surviving on liquids. I forgot how to eat or basic tasks in the beginning. Oh, yeah, I definitely would say that that would be a great treatment option for you to get help. Um, to start eating again. Absolutely. That's really, really good. That's really, I don't want to say brave. I hate when people say like that's brave, but it takes a strong person to admit that you need help. So I hope you go get help and then you come back and let all of us know how you're doing. Connie. Saw this live. I was on Pam for over 10 years. I'm off now. Ringing in the ears is all I have. Whew. Well, hello, Connie. I hope you're doing okay. Sounds like you are. How you want to tell us your story? I'm really curious. How much were you on? How long it took you to come off, and how bad was your withdrawals? Outfit chick. Hello, hello. Stronger. Okay. No, I would never say you thought you were stronger than this because I think when things bring you to your knees, um, they bring you to your knees. And where we all are strong, sometimes you have to be weak and you have to cry and you have to just let yourself feel that pain. So I definitely wouldn't say that you're not strong. I think you going to treatment shows that you're strong and that you want to get better. How long with the ringing in ears? 10 years, right? Hi, Patricia. Congratulations, Connie. Trying to catch up. I used to take 2 weeks to become physically dependent on. It used to take 2 weeks to become physically dependent on benzos. 15 days, and he still has injury after 15 days of benzos. This is truly unheard of in the 90s. Wow, yeah, it's. I couldn't believe it when he told me, and he's 15 days, and he is um, in a really bad spot. I couldn't believe that after 15 days it could do that. What's your favorite Johnny Cash song? I know the songs, but I actually don't know like the names of them, and I wouldn't be able to tell you. If I went on my husband's music list, I'd be able to come up with a name because I can kind of hear it in my head, but I can't think of the words. What is your favorite Johnny Cash song? Good for you, Connie, Donna Marie says. Yes, that's amazing. Do you know any dating advice for me? Dating advice. Whew. So I didn't date much. I had I had two semi-serious boyfriends before I met my husband, and I've been with my husband since I was 21. I am now 41. And we had like a minor break there for like a year and a half after like we were together a year, broke up and got back together, and we've been together ever since. Um, my only advice would be know when to pick your battles. We both pick our battles. We know when to like, if it matters so much to him, I'll let it go. If it matters a lot to me, he'll let it go. So pick your battles and is huge and show support even when you don't know why. So like if something's really, really upsetting to him and I'm just like, "What's the big deal?" Like, show support, don't act like, "What's the big deal?" Like, it matters to them. So I think those are my 2 biggest advice. In the comments below, guys, if you have any dating advice, will you write it down? I'm curious what you guys say. Oh, Johnny Cash, hurt. I will not listen to all not listen to at all anymore. Oh, good perspective. Need to hear it. Thank you. You're so welcome. I really think it's amazing that you're gonna go get treatment and that you can say you need it. There's nothing weak about that at all. 6-month injury, I meant, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely understand what you mean. Connie, for a month now, I went withdrawal, of course. In October and November, I had to go to the hospital with heart rate, and I called the ambulance 2 times, truly thinking the worst. Okay. But you've been off for 10 years, right, Connie? Folsom Prison Blues is probably my favorite song so far. Johan. Thank you, Johan. Patricia. Connie, I hear you. Oops. Okay, Connie. But I got off. Weaning is key. Yep. Slow wean is best. I did over 4 months. I went down to a fourth of a point 0.5 and then got off. Okay. I think I was similar. You were a fourth of clozapam, I think you said? A fourth. Yeah, I think you said clozapam, right? Or were you on value? No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Point 0.5. See, my brain just did all those tricks right there in front of y'all. It just like went like all crazy back and forth. Connie, you are now better or somewhat better. I'm truly fine now. Thank you, Connie. I think that your story can give us so much hope. Thank you for writing in. Thank you for being here. I think we all need to hear that, you are going to come out the other side eventually. You just really have to just do what you can do to get through it. I love documentaries about Johnny Cash. Interesting. I don't think I've seen any. Oh, no, no, 1 month. Connie, you've been off for 1 month. Okay. I took them for 10 years. I'm off 1 month. Okay. Oh, I'm jealous. Wow. Clozapam. Okay, okay. Was the highest dose you were ever on, was that point 0.5? I think you told me, but I don't remember. No. Yeah, was that point 0.5 that you were on, your highest dose? Says, dating advice, yes. Go for the total church gal who's plain Jane, laugh out loud. Right? I mean, it's you can't go wrong with that. Total. Donna Marie. Wow, Connie. You are one of the lucky ones. I completely agree. Don't watch the horror stories on the tube. It scares me to death. Once I started not watching, I got better. That's what I've said since day one, Connie, um, that I won't watch any videos because I either start to feel like, oh, that's what's going on with me. No, it's not. Like I get trapped in my own head. I get trapped in, and that is that what I'm feeling? Like if I don't know about that symptom, I might it might never cross my mind. Like I never even heard about akathisia until I saw it on a YouTube and then I started worrying about it. So I'm with you. Like I try not to watch like horrifying channels. If I get a channel where they're, just talking about symptoms and they're like, but some channels are really horrific and I try to steer clear of that because it's just my mind, I just can't do it. But I'm glad you got better when you stopped watching that. Wow, Connie, that's amazing. On for 10 years and so fast to recover. Yes, that's amazing. 0.52 times a day. Wow. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. What medication are you guys talking about? We are talking about either clozapam, any benzodiazepine. Some people are on opiates, some people are antidepressants, a variety of withdrawals. So, a variety of medications that we're trying to stop taking. Tia, I just wanted to give you a shout out. All meds, I think, because they are all dangerous, maybe excluding aspirin. I completely agree. They are really dangerous. Um, are you are feeling a lot better since the beginning of your taper overall? Um, somewhat. It fluctuates up and down so much. Tara says, I feel like I'm a horror story, but I'm a pretty positive person. Thank you, Tara. You need to show me how you do that. I feel like I try to be positive when I think about being positive, but I think naturally I just think of like, especially for the past year, I naturally am just sad. Um, but I haven't been like that my whole life. I think I'm just naturally sad, and I think it might be the imbalance in my brain because I'm just sad all the time. I can smile and I can laugh but I have this very like streamline mood where it's just like whatever. But I am really glad that you can be positive. You got to show me how you do that, especially going through this, how you can stay positive, because that's a really, really great trait. I wish I could stay positive. It would make things a little bit better. It's just such work. Connie, count your blessing. Yes, count your blessing. That's awesome. Tia says, I was on clozapam for 8 years, have been off for a year now. So after you've been off for a year, Tia, did you taper and how are you feeling now? The horror stories will make you dwell on the worst. Just do it. You just do all you can do. I have epilepsy since childhood. So if I can do it, y'all can. I agree. Thank you for that, Connie. Donna Marie, yes, I feel the same, Tara. Yes, yes. Hello, Dakota. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am gonna start my OBS studios, which is a countdown before the video. So if you guys get a lot of alerts and goofy stuff going on, it's just me messing around with it, trying to get it for Monday so that I can start the timer. You guys can come in the chat, talk, and just I'm trying to have fun with it and it's giving me something to do. But if you get a lot of goofy messages and just weird things, it's just me because I don't even know how to play with it in the background. I I I can only just go live and then just like try to fix it when it's live. So so just so you guys know what I'm doing, just trying to get kind of fancy and creative because what else am I gonna do? Mine as well. Says I used to walk around saying I'm a train wreck, and I used to weirdly enjoy it. Yeah, yeah. Tia says I stopped cold turkey, but it's a lot of unlearning. I would say of unhealthy thoughts the brain normalized. Oh, you quit cold turkey. How much were you on when you were um, Donna Marie? I'm more now a warrior. Yes, Donna Marie. Tia says no taper, just cold turkey, but withdrawal was hell the first 7 months. Okay. So basically, we just have to get through a year or two, which in hindsight is not a lot of time over 70, 80 years. But when you're in it, it feels like forever. But I'm going to stay here with you guys and we're going to do this together. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna stay together and get through another day by day. 7 months though, because most of us think we can't live without the benzo. I did save one for peace of mind, but I haven't touched it. That's funny, Connie, because I have 4 of my diazepams. I will not touch them, but they're in there. And in a weird way, it's comforting. Like there's nothing that on this planet that could make me touch them. Nothing would make me touch them. But having them there, it's this weird sense of security. So I completely agree where you're coming from. I will eventually throw them away though, in the next like couple months. I just, sorry guys, I got a call. Sorry guys, I got a call and it always kind of it freezes for a minute. It freezes for a minute while I try to send it to voicemail. So yeah, I'm gonna eventually throw away the diazepam, but I feel like I'm doing better not messing with anything, that I'm just gonna not mess with anything and then eventually go about it. But I completely understand where you're coming from, Connie. I'm there too. Tia says 2.5 milligrams, 2.5 milligrams 5 times a day. So Tia, you came off of 2.5 milligrams 5 times a day and you went cold turkey. It took you 7 months to a year. Wow, that's a good amount of that's a good amount. You know, we don't have to walk alone. I agree. We have to do it, but we don't have to do it alone. Yeah, my shipment from Temu is on its way. It's the little things in life, guys. It's the little things. Oh, hi, I'm reading the book of Job. Oh, Job. Yes. Okay, let me start over. Hi, I'm reading the book of Job in the Bible just now. It's all about suffering and the healing. Definitely worth reading, in my opinion. I have been through multiple withdrawals. Well, thank you, Snacks. I've been trying to read my Bible every night. Um, it's usually when I'm like cuddling with the kids or whatever, but like I try to read it. I'm trying to get better at reading more to them and stuff. My 11-year-old went to a private um, Christian preschool, so he's all about it. But my 15-year-old, we're trying to get her into a Christian high school because I want her to get more spiritual. I feel like she needs it in her life. But thank you for that. I love that more and more people are talking about it. Yeah, it is a security blanket. It's crazy how it does it. Mm, it's because we always want, what we don't have. So if you have them, it can lessen the anxiety. Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. This is how Aaron, I know in my heart that my God will get me through anything. His will be done. He knows the plans that he has for me, and something in me tells me this is a blessing in disguise. You know, Tara, that's a really good point. I've actually thought of that because, in my life, in my 20s, um, we all do some questionable things. We all just live life and we're in our 20s and we're, whatever. And I told you guys that I got diagnosed with hidradenitis suppurativa when I was 14, and it's a really embarrassing disease. It's a chronic skin condition, and my whole life I was like, "Why me? Why did I have to get this?" And then I started learning later on, well, maybe I would have got into some bad stuff had I not had it. Um, because it can fester on your skin. And so I'm like, maybe I would have done this if I hadn't had it to kind of keep keep me in line a little bit more. And so I completely agree with you. Like, even though at the time it doesn't seem like it, I think we would be in a very different place if we haven't gone through what we've gone through. And it really sucks, but I definitely feel like things are meant for some reason. And he does have a plan. Jesus does have a plan for us and, you know, can guide us. And yeah, I I'm absolutely with you on that. I haven't found the blessing in this withdrawal yet, but you know, I'm sure we'll realize it soon. Socializing with other people really helps, although I know we don't want to leave our home sometimes. Yeah, I leave my house if I have to, but I definitely don't like driving in this state of mind. Slamming on your brakes or having to be alert. And I will socialize if my friends come over, have a barbecue, have coffee, but it does make me nervous going somewhere. And I've never been like that. I've always been a really social person, and I'm just not anymore. But I'm hoping that once things subside, I hope we all can love being outside again. I do like going for walks and stuff, but I know my neighbors really well, and I don't want them to stop and start talking to me. So normally I do, but not right now. Oh, wow, Tia. I don't socialize physically, laughing out loud. Yeah, I don't think any of us are really doing too much right now, but hopefully soon. Yes, one day, but I also can say that medical marijuana is helpful with God as well. Yeah, that gives me anxiety, but for anybody who medical marijuana helps, absolutely try that. For seeing the glass half full, not half empty. CBT therapy. Yes, see it half full for sure. Sadly, cancel a lot of appointments these days. Yeah, I hear you on that, Donna Marie. My daughter needs a filling in her teeth on Monday, and I'm like trying to get ready for it. Um, it's hard when you have stuff coming up because you feel like you got to tough it out, and you're in public and you got to tough it out. I hope that changes for you soon. Oh yeah, I had social anxiety around Christmas. I threw up from nerves, but I can go out now. Okay. I'm so impressed, Connie, that y- you know you got over everything so fast. That's really amazing. Erin has opened a portal outlet for a community filled with empathy. This is very significant. Domino effect for positivity. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to achieve with it is just, bring everybody together because, you hear about um SUA and breaks my heart. So I think maybe people that need that connection and need that support can find it. Me too, I'm a hermit. Can he change the plan a little right now? I need to catch up on these because I'm behind. At Christmas, I hid under the bed and locked the door and switched off the phone for 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't know if you guys get this. I'm sure you get this. But sometimes I have to put my phone on vibrate because the ringing makes me feel overwhelmed. The doorbell makes me feel overwhelmed. And it's not all the time, but it's usually in the mornings. Like this morning, um, because I didn't answer the phone call. I wrote my old school. I wrote the admin and I was like, no, I'm not going to come. I'm not going to do it. I didn't tell them this, but I was like, I'm not going to put my license at risk to try to help you guys yourself. You guys did all this stuff that you weren't supposed to do, and now you want me to come in and, like, fix it with state board?" So then he called me yesterday and the phone rang and I was just like, "Click it off. I don't wanna sit there and talk." He can talk, like, really talk, and I don't wanna go work for them anymore. So I just didn't answer it, and then yesterday I had to call and cancel my interview for today. I didn't tell them that I don't wanna do it. I haven't thought that far ahead, but I did call to cancel it, and told her that I was still sick, um, for now, and things that never used to overwhelm me now. I would have guessed 37. Oh, my age? You would have guessed 37? I don't know if that's what you're talking about. If you are, thank you. Keeping busy helps a lot, as silly as it sounds. I bake a lot, and I'm not a great cook, but keeping busy is also key so you don't dwell on feelings. I completely agree, Connie. I completely agree, but it's hard because when you feel shitty, you wanna lay down, and you lay down and you get stuck inside your head. But I definitely agree, like, trying to take a walk really helps get me outside my frustrations. It's only the doctors who have retired that you are now doing it's only the doctors who have retired that you are now doing YouTube medical injury podcasts. If they retired, they can lose their jobs, right? Laughing out loud. I don't know. My finger is always on vibrate because the pressure of answering it makes me anxious too. That's what is for laughing out. Yes, Connie. Yes, it's just that noise. Tim, yes, that's what I was talking about. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Connie, you're absolutely right. But unfortunately, some of us get hit pretty hard and aren't able to do that physically. Yeah. I feel like I feel like if you are like laying down, you can keep your mind busy with social media or writing or reading or whatever. But if you're like me, reading when I feel awful, it just is not easy. So like movies or whatever. But even when I feel really, really, really shitty, I try to at least go sit outside. And at the beginning, I had to really force myself to get sitting outside, getting some sun. Depends on where you live, but it really did help. Getting some wind, getting some sun, um, even when I don't have energy, like, I'll just sit, like, in the grass or whatever, whatever kinda helps. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Right now, hats when I am Tara. So, yeah, just, try to get some wind, get some sun, and hopefully it'll bring some peace. At least, even if your symptoms are still there, you can find some, like, peace. And that's kinda what I look for at the end of the day. I know my symptoms are not gonna fade overnight, but just to make me feel okay and calm mentally. If I could have my mind back where my mind is okay, I could deal with these symptoms. I'm struggling with, like, the symptoms and your mind not working. Well, I just had made cheeseburgers and I'm temporarily healed. Oh, that's awesome. See, now I wanna come over for that. I wonder if we all live really far away from each other. If you guys want, we can throw out our states in the comment. You don't have to throw out your city, but if you wanna put your state. Donna Marie, are you able to sit outside at all? That's a great question, Tara. I live in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Thank you, Tim. I live in Nevada. I do not live in a small town in Nevada. Oh, Donna Marie, you can't go sit outside. Is it because your symptoms are pretty bad right now? Missouri. Tara, you're so far. Very far. Do you have to lay down most of the day, Donna Marie? I know Mary and Tara and Waves and are pretty much inside and trying to rest. It's funny because I'll like lay down. I'll try to gather my energy to do these lives, and then I'll like sit outside and just zone out, and it really, really helps. Would you adopt me? I already have two kids. Um, yeah, I already got two kids. I am looking to get rid of them when one goes to college in a couple years and the other gets into high school. I'm actually looking to be done taking care of people. Tara, you go outside and sit. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, if you're in a state where it's sunny, like I'm in the desert. I'm right by Arizona. That's where my family are, Arizona. And it's really hot here and it's really hot in Arizona. But it's nice right now because we hardly ever get snow. Like once every 10 years. I tell y'all, yoga, don't underestimate. I definitely agree that yoga would be really good if you could handle it physically. I understand, Donna Marie. It's hard for anyone understanding physically. I can be outside, but other symptoms make it awful. Stimulation, mental symptoms. Yeah. Oh, Donna Marie, you're in Arizona. That's awesome. My dad has 8 brothers and sisters that most of them live in Phoenix, and my family is in Prescott. So they're in like a really small town in Arizona. Oh, you're very close to me. I hear Arizona is the hottest place over there. Yes. So, um, it's probably a good like 2 or 3 degrees hotter than where I am in Nevada. Um, and it's a tad bit hotter. But that's in Phoenix because where my family is in Prescott, they are in like the mountains, so it snows and all that. But Arizona was probably like a couple, uh, 3 to 5. Um, my brain just went dead. Is like a little bit hotter than where I am. I was walking every day until my 8th month hit. Tara, would you say that it got worse after your 8th month? Yes, totally agree in ways. I like your toenail polish. Thank you. It's coming off. I like to do like the shellac. Right? Summer. All right, I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. Off topic, but you have good eyebrows. Laugh out loud. I'm jealous. Thank you. I do my own, and I do my daughter's. I'm a aesthetic instructor, so um, I teach how to wax and I teach lasers and I teach all that stuff. So I do all my stuff, my daughter's stuff. Do you like silk minerals? Yes or no? Silk mineral. Hi, Michelle. Yes, I think I do. Um, I like all that stuff. I'm really into, you know, skincare. I teach laser, so laser hair removal, cold sculpt, all that fun stuff. Yes, way worse. Yes, I'm an overachiever, laughing out loud, but it's getting better. Wow. I wonder at 8 months why it would a activate and get much worse. Wow. I'm not Michelle, I'm Brock. Oh, hi, Brock. I see, Michelle in your name, so, um, so yeah, I cut up dinner. We're gonna do some steak and potatoes. My husband got a recipe off of Instagram. Steak and potatoes with artichokes. And I try to prep whatever I'm gonna cook during the day. Um, it helps a lot. And then cook it at night because I love to cook. I love to bake, all that fun stuff. So I feel like it helps me a lot. As long as I can prep it, as long as I don't have to prep and cook and do all of that at the same time, that just takes too much energy. I do it in sections. So like I have my groceries delivered. Um, but yeah, as long as I can prep and prepare over a matter of a while, like it's really it's really nice. My daughter's in high school. Silk shirts? Not really. Yeah, the trolls. My my husband tries to jump on and be the moderator when he's at work. He'll like log in and try to handle some stuff and work and do all that. That like silk. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna go sit outside. I'm gonna spray down his shelves again in his bathroom. Um, go sit outside because I have to go pick up my kids at 2. But I'm wishing you some happy thoughts and just, I'm there for you and thank you for being here for me. I really, really hope. So, one more time, if you guys see crazy stuff happening with my lives, it's me trying to set up the OBS studio where I can do a countdown before the video. You guys can come in the chat and start chatting, and I'm just trying to figure out how everything works. My husband's an IT director, so I'm not computer illiterate, but it takes me a minute to really figure something out. I can figure it out, but it just takes me a minute, and I know that I have to go live in order to tweak it. So if you see that stuff, bye Tara, bye Tim, bye Donna Marie, Patricia, Waves, Tara, you know, if I missed you, I'm sorry. See you next time. Bye guys.